Hi everybody, welcome to Tech Tip Friday. I'm your host Kurt Staley, that plastics guy, and I'm bringing you a tech tip that you can take with you on the shop floor today. So I was working with a customer recently on a UV additive master batch, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to talk about what a UV package does. Now many would think it protects the colorant in a part. Well, it certainly helps, but most color pigments are color fast, so they will hold their color. What it's really doing, the UV package, is protecting the base polymer that the part is made of. If it's a polypropylene or a nylon or a polyethylene or an ABS or a styrenic, doesn't matter. It's really protecting the polymer and preventing it from degrading in the presence of a light source, typically the sun, but you can formulate for inside UV issues with, for example, overhead lights and whatnot that could still cause a breakdown of plastic. So when you're talking to your local sales rep about what you want from a UV package, you really need to know if the part has to be protected from inside, your overhead lights and whatnot, or outside, which would be what people would consider to be the most common. The length of time of exposure, if you want 1 year or 3 year or 5 year, the longer protection you want from sun's damage, the more UV inhibitor has to go in, either the color concentrate or the standalone additive. Or you simply, if it's a standalone additive, can use it at a higher letdown ratio. And how do you actually measure if it's successful or not? Well, a couple of things. You can do an accelerated weather test, or you could take the actual molded part, making sure you've recorded the letdown ratio of either the concentrate with UV or the UV additive by itself, and simply place it outside in real time. So in 6 months or 12 months, you would measure if there's any degradation, and you sort of do a little bit of extrapolation, and you have to hang your hat on that at some point in time. Unless if you're really set on guaranteeing, say for example, a 5-year protection, you have it outside for 5 years straight. It's a long time, it's a heavy investment. If you're wrong, did you just lose 5 years of time? Typically an accelerated weathering or outside for a certain period of time and extrapolating, that's really the best guess that that we have of measuring. If you're doing accelerated weathering, after 90 days, you've got a pretty good sense of where you're going. After 180 days, it's really quite accurate. And from there you can deduce if you've got a good UV package or not. So I hope that's something that is helpful for you, that you can take on the shop floor today. Have a great Friday, a great weekend, and we will talk to you, well, it'll be next week on the next Tech Tip Friday. Thanks so much. Bye for now.